Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Samsul Anam. My student ID is 332202003. Today I make video for my pronunciation drill final exam. There is two parts. Part 1 is read this story correctly. Let's start it. Baby Caterpillar was tired. All summer long she had been traveling slowly through the green wood where she lived, and feeding on the green leaves that grew near her home. Now autumn had come and Mother Nature had given a holiday to the leaves, who put on their new dresses of red and gold and played tag with the breezes. Baby Caterpillar wanted to play too, but could not run so fast as the happy little leaves, and she grew very tired and thought she would take a nap. So she found a cozy place among the branches of a grapevine and made herself a soft and silky blanket. Then she rolled herself away within it, and then in her queer little cradle went to sleep. One night, late in the fall, Jack Frost came over the hill. He spied the cradle swinging to and fro, and began to play roughly with it. For he is a roguish little fellow, and touches everything that comes in his way. But the warm blanket hid the little sleeper so that Jack could not find her. By and by King Winter came, bringing beautiful snow blankets to Mother Nature's flower babies. He gently rocked the cradles as he passed and whispered, "Sleep, baby, sleep. You have no need of my blanket." At last, spring came with the sunbeams, the best and merriest of Mother Nature's helpers. They awoke the flowers from their long winter nap and called to the birds and the brooks to begin their songs. When they came to the little crown cradle, they stopped to rest, and baby Caterpillar began to get very warm under the thick blanket. She woke up and stretched herself, and her cradle broke, and she came out to greet the spring. But what a change! Instead of the old dingy dress that she went to sleep in, she now had a beautiful yellow one, and instead of crawling among the leaves, she flew up and away into the sweet spring air to play with the sunbeams and flowers, and the little children called her Butterfly. Part 2. Read this twister tongue naturally. Read it three times. The first is slow mode, the second normal mode, and the last is the fast mode. Number 1. Slow mode. How much wood could a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he wood as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Normal mode. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Fast mode. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Number 2, slow mode. Can you can a can't can into an can't can like a canner can a can't can into an uncanned can. Normal mode. Can you can a can't can into an uncanned can like a canner can a can't can into an uncanned can. Fast mode. Can you can a can't can into an uncanned can like a canner can a can't can into an uncanned can. Number 3, slow mode. Silly Sally swiftly shoot 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep silly Sally shoot shelled south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Normal mode. Silly Sally swiftly shoot 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep silly Sally shoot shelled south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Fast mode. Silly Sally swiftly shoot 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep silly Sally shoot shelled south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Number 4, slow mode. All I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. Normal mode. All I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. Past mode. All I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. I may be off my dot, but I want a cup of coffee from a proper coffee pot. Number 5, slow mode. Amidst the coldest frosts, with stoutest wrist and loudest boast, he thrusts his feet against the post, and still insists he sees the ghost. Normal mode. Amidst the mists and coldest frost, with stoutest wrist and loudest boast, he thrusts his feet against the posts, and still insists he sees the ghost. Fast mode. Amidst the mist and coldest frost, with the stoutest wrist and loudest boast, he thrusts his feet against the posts, and still insists he sees the ghost. Thank you for watching my video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.